This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So as usual, we are going to take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. But before we do that, we're going to take a look here at some seasonality charts on the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq to show you exactly what goes on in September here till the end of the year. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have a seasonality chart here on the old Dow. Okay, now if you want to just look at any chart, just go to equityclock.com. It's all right there. But let's just take a look here at the Dow and see what happens, okay? So you can see where we run right on up here. Okay, in August, it kind of comes right off here a little bit, and that's what's really what the market is doing, is coming up just a little bit here. But here's what we have in September, okay? So now, usually September is you got a Labor Day, but we have usually the first couple of days, new money comes in, new month kind of a situation, okay? Then we have like a little sideways action, but you always get that run up there into September. But then you got to be very, very careful. This is where I always take a short, because this end of September going into that October is always a very, very killer for a month here, unless you're on the short side of the play. And then we rally into the end of the year. Okay, so here's a Dow Jones one. Okay, now let's just look at the S&P. Okay, now here we have the S&P level one right here. It's really pretty much the same thing. Okay, see what we have here? Okay, so here's the August. It's pretty much the same thing. And then we have that little flat ski going on. And then we have a good rise up here till about the third week there of September. Then she falls right off of the old cliff here. And then we get that nice rally into the end of the year, okay? So the S&P, pretty much the same as the old Dow. Now let's look at the Nasdaq. Okay, here we have the old Nasdaq. Now you can see, look at here. It's pretty much all the same thing. So your Dow, your S&P, and your Nasdaq, all the pretty much same situation. So September comes in here. You usually get that first couple days because new money comes in. Then we get kind of like a little, kind of like a flat area, but you always get that rally up. But always remember that second, third week there of September is you want to get short, or if you're just a long trader, get out of the trade until we can get way better buying opportunities here, which will be like in October, okay? And then what you do is then we run that bad boy all the way up here into the end of the year. So again, just go to equityclock.com. Anything you want to look up here at a seasonality chart, it's all over there. And the thing I like about it is it's over a 20-year period, so it gives you a pretty good, broad look. Okay, let's take a look here at the old crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Okay, now look at what we had here. Now, this morning when we came in here, I was pointing out a couple of things. Okay, so first of all, we had this double W pattern. Okay, that was the first thing. And then it looked like we had a cup and a handle. Obviously now that's gone. Okay, so that is negated. Okay, so that cup and handle situation just is not there. Look at this big ass red candle. Now, I'm short. I'm still staying short with the SCO. Okay, this is not looking good. And look at this red candle. You're taking out everything that's, you know, that we had in the past. Now, when we look at this chart here, you can see here, see that double top situation, and then there's the result, okay? Then we had here this double topper situation, and then here we have the result, okay? Then we had this double top, okay? Another double top, and then another double top. See how that is? Look at it. All three of them right here, all pretty much the same, and now she's rolling right over. Now, yes, 2 days ago, we sold on down, made a lower low, but you held that 8 SMA here, and then yesterday she rallied up here, made a nice higher low and a higher high, but you notice it couldn't hold it, okay? And we went up as high as 76.91. All you got to do is look to the left of the chart here. What do you have? 76.98. So you came within 7 cents, okay, of this one on the left. That was your resistance level. Now, if it could have went higher, then we can go to the top of this candle, the top of that candle, and then your big target would have been that 79 level, and then you could just rally up to your 50-day, your 100-day, and then your big retest up here at that 80.16. But that did not happen. Now, what we look at here, okay, off that double top, you got a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high situation. This is looking ugly to go lower. Now, the big thing about the crude is this time of the year is just a couple of things. It's disruption, okay, hurricane season. Now, hurricane season really didn't turn out to be a whole lot of anything there as far as the storm wise. Yeah, you had a couple of small things, but nothing of any kind of a major where you have a disruption into the end of September. And right now it looks pretty calm out there, okay? So all these weathermen and all these predictors and all this nonsense out there, which I actually listen to. And I'm listening to it, and they're saying, "Oh, this is going to be unusual, more storms than normal." I haven't seen anything here. Okay, so I don't know what kind of winter we're going to have, but right now, remember, the crude oil market is well supplied, so we're not really too worried about that. Now, again, OPEC is going to have their meeting here in September, and we'll have to see how they're going to leave their cuts the same. And they're talking about, adding more because there are voluntary cuts coming on here in September, October, that they were going to relieve that. But I don't know, with the crude oil market looking like this, they might have to eliminate that. So we got to see what they have to say. But right now, we got another series of lower highs and lower low, and we got one big ass red candle. Okay, so let's take a look at the downside first. So we want to obviously look here at today's low. That's at 73.52 level, okay? So if we just look at the candle right here, okay, you got 45 level going on right there. That is going to be your next support. Now, again, if that is lost, then what we're going to do is we'll come over to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 72.83 level, and then we can come down here. You have 72.20, you have 71.67 level, and then your big retest down here at 71.46. But there's nothing really here positive. I thought maybe we had that cup, we had that handle, and then we could rally up and see what happened at the 200-day when it got there, and then we could rally on up. But obviously it didn't do that. It reversed and came all the way on down. Okay, so now I'll take a look here at the upside. Well, we first of all want to look at the bottom of that candle. Okay, you're looking at 73.82. That's your first resistance. Next resistance is going to be right there at 74.05. And then we're going to look at this 8-day at 74.62. That's going to be very, very key on a closing basis. If you can get above it, then we have your 75.36 level. Okay, now if you can get above that somehow, then we'll come up here. You got 75.95. Then we'll look at today's high. You're looking at 76.59. We look at yesterday's high at 76.91, and then we can just go right up here, 77.48, 77.60, and then we have your 77.78 level here on your 200 SMA here. But right now, this is looking very, very bearish. The only positive would be is if it can close back above that 8-day and then somehow work its way back above the 21-day. But right now, this is looking very bearish. So I'm short, and I'm staying short right now, and I'm going to see how this is all going to shake out here. Okay, so just watch today's low. That's going to be very, very key. That's 73.52 right there. That's your support level, 73.45. So you got a little bit ways to go there, and then we just follow the candles all the way down till you get your old retest. Now, RSI here rolling over. Your MACD, that's rolling over here now again. So this is looking very, very bearish. So I'm going to be short here, and then maybe I'll take possible long scalps like I've been doing here on these candles. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have the old natural gas. Now, natural gas here, actually, I scalped it already on the UNG. You had a nice bottom there at 13.19 and a high of 13.52. Okay, so I've already scalped it twice here. I'm on my third scalp right now. Okay, so I'm going to see how this is all going to shake out. But so far, it's trying to work it like a circus monkey. Now, remember, natural gas is going to come in the zone right now. Usually the first week is September, just the opposite of what crude does. And then you carry that off into the second week of December. But here what we had is we had this nice, like a double bottom situation. Yesterday we had a higher low and a higher high. Very nice. Today we have a little higher high, and it just kind of sitting sideways. Okay, so here's what you want to watch. We want to watch this 21-day on a closing basis. That's going to be very, very key, 2.10. If that's lost, we at least have to hold that 8-day at 2.06. Now, again, if that's lost, then we're going to come over here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 2.02, and then we'll look to the top of this candle at 1.97. Okay, the reason being, there's your gap, and then there's your fill. So those are usually like magnets to a fridge, your gap and your fill situation. And then if that's lost, we come down to 1.944 and then maybe 1.875. Okay, so we got to see how that shakes out. Now, here on the upside, well, we got to look at today's high. You're looking at 2.17. You say, well, how did it get to 2.17? Well, all I got to do is look to the left of the chart here. What do you got? 2.17. Okay, very, very easy. Now, you got 2.173 here. Today's high, 2.71. Okay, so just a little bit shorter. But right there, that is your resistance levels. Now, the next level, if we can rally it up, is we're going to come right to the top of this candle at 2.20, and then we'll have this 2.22, which lines up very, very nicely here with your 50 SMA. that's your upside. Now, you really got to blast through that 50-day and get up to this 100-day at least 2.28. And then really, once you can take out this 2.30, which is going to be a matter of time, then we can just start rallying up here and we can start hitting all these candles here. But right now, there's no sense because there's a lot of resistance. Okay, so for today, watch that 21-day, 2.10. Watch that 8-day, okay, 2.06 on the downside. Very, very key. Upside, watch today's high, that 2.17, and then watch that 50-day if it rallies up here at 2.22, okay? So now here, your RSI, well, you're sitting pretty much flat ski. You're sitting right there in the center. This here is looking pretty good. Here, your green now is over your red. It's kind of pinching very close, so we got to see how this all shakes out. So right now, I'm on my third scalp here, and I'm going to see what's going to happen here with the old UNG. Okay, that's what I got for you, and I'll be back here after pit close, and we'll take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. Remember, here in the United States, we got Labor Day going on here, so Monday the market is closed. I will have a video for you instead of Sunday night. It'll be Monday night to get you set up for Tuesday on crude oil and natural gas. And remember, the rig count will be out today at 1 o'clock. Remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.